When we factorise, we need to look for factor pairs of the constant, which is the number at the end of the quadratic. So for 5, the only factor pair is 1 times 5. How can we use those numbers, 1 and 5, to make the coefficient, which is positive 6? Easy. 1 add 5 gives me 6. So in my brackets, I need x squared. So I need x in each bracket. I need to use this factor pair, 1 and 5. Either order is fine. Now, in this calculation, 1 is positive, so plus 1. 5 is positive, plus 5. 16 has 3 possible factor pairs. And I'm looking for the pair I can use to make 10, positive 10. That's going to be 2 and 8, because 2 and 8 equals 10. So I need x and x to make x squared. I'm going to use the factor pair 2 and 8 in either order. 2 is positive in this calculation, and 8 is positive in this calculation. Again, with 16, I've got 1 and 16, 2 and 8, and 4 and 4. This time I need to make 6. And the way to do that is going to be with 8 and 2. 8 subtract 2 gives me positive 6. So in my brackets again, x and x to make my x squared, 8 and 2 to make my 16. Here my 8 is positive, plus 8. My 2 is negative, take away 2. 9 is either 1 times 9 or 3 times 3. But if I'm making negative 8, it's got to be 1 and 9. Now I could do 9 take away 1, but that gives me positive 8. Instead I'm going to do 1 take away 9, which gives me negative 8. That's what I wanted. X and x, 1 and 9, positive 1, negative 9. 10 is either 1 times 10 or 2 times 5, but to make negative 7, I'm going to use 2 and 5. Now 2 plus 5 gives me 7, but I don't want that. I want negative 7. So I've got to make it negative 2, take away 5, which gives me negative 7. That's what I wanted. X, 2, 5, and this time 2 is negative and 5 is negative. 21. 1 times 21 or 3 times 7. Which pair can I use to make negative 10? 3 and 7. 3 add 10. Sorry, 3 add 7. Very bad QWC. Is equal to positive 10, but I want negative 10. So negative 3 take away 7 gives me that. X, 3, 7, negative. Again, 10, that's going to be 1 times 10 or 2 times 5. This time I need positive 9. To get positive 9 with those numbers, I can't do it with 2 and 5, but I can do 10 take away 1. Positive 9. X and x, 10 and 1, positive 10, negative 1. And then finally, this one is a tricky one, but it's not really, because think about it, what have we got there? 1x. We're trying to make 1. Using the factors of 42. There are lots of factors of 42, they won't all fit there, so I'm just going to write down the ones I know it is. I know it's going to be 6 times 7. And to get my 1, my positive 1, I'm going to do 7 times 6. 7 take away 6, which gives me 1. X and x, 7 and 6, positive 7, negative 6.